This video we're going to do a quick review of Agent Carter Season 1, Episode 5, The Iron Ceiling. Overall, I think this was kind of a mid-of-the-road episode. Wasn't super awesome, but also wasn't disappointing. I think the Howling Commandos being in it actually added a lot to it. I like that they added some of the comic book characters in. I know some people wanted just strictly the Howling Commandos from Captain America, but it's kind of cool when they add in different elements from the comic books, and Junior Juniper, just like in the comics, was killed first. He was killed first in the show, which was really cool. Dugan had his typical battle cry that you hear in the comics. I really enjoyed that they gave Peggy the respect that she deserved, and did it in front of the SSR people and kind of show them, you know, she's someone to be taken seriously, and she actually got to prove that a lot. When she had that machine gun, I need like a gif of it or something, of her just shooting the gun. It was amazing. And she saved their butt quite a few times, and the new respect that she is going to get, which isn't going to be a crazy lot of respect, but the fact that it's going to be a little bit more, and they get to see a different side of her. And I think Thompson knows that she is a better person than him. I don't think that this is, oh, well, it's just because you're a woman and screw you. I think now that we know more of the story about what happened, that he feels guilt. So Thompson knows that he is considered a hero, but he's not a hero because he ended up shooting all those Japanese men in the back who were just doing their white flag of surrender, and then he buried the flag, and he can't tell anyone the story, even though he told Peggy. And I think sitting a few desks down from Peggy, a British woman who just 10 times over is the soldier that he was and the things she did, and that she doesn't get recognized for any of it. And it eats on him all the time, and it's a reminder of what he did and who he is compared to this woman that did all these things and just silently just sits there and continues to do her work. So I think they were trying to really make us a little more sympathetic for him, even though it didn't really help for me. It may have helped for other people to see that, you know, he has post-traumatic stress disorder and he did those things and he's this way because he's basically a bully. He's hurting really bad, and the way that you make yourself feel better is by putting down and hurting other people. And I think that's exactly what he's doing, which doesn't exactly excuse it, and they're trying to just give a reason for us to like him more, even though I do not like him more. Happy that Dooley just went from we gotta get Stark and he's the bad guy, and now he's thinking about it more rationally and like, okay, well, obviously this is probably a setup and something is going on, and I need to think more critically about this. It's not as black and white as before, which is really what he did before. It was, oh, this is Stark, he's the bad guy, let's get him, and now it's like, well, maybe there's more to it than that. And I do also like how Jarvis kind of stuck to his gun and is like, I'm not telling you anything, you need to... And I like his little snarky, just, especially with the accent, him just being snarky. And I remember a long time ago when you were going to tell me something. So Jarvis, of course, is always a delight, and I'm glad that Peggy is still defending Stark regardless of how she feels about him and the fact that he lied to her and all that. Really feeling for Sosa. He knows that it's Peggy now with the 2 bullet holes, and now he really cares for her and respects her, and I think he's struggling with, do I give her the benefit of the doubt? Do I go right to the captain? Do I rat her out? Do I talk to her? Do I try to make absolutely sure? He's kind of in this position where he's really hurting because he respects her and cares about her, and he doesn't know what he should do. And I know from the previews from next episode he eventually tells, so we're gonna have to deal with all that. But just to see the hurt and the struggle just was like crazy, emotional. And kind of a final thing is, I know some people were a little upset that the Commandos and also the SSR people didn't seem like they were really grieving for the lost men that they lost while over there, and I think you have to realize that they are still at war, and they're still in the mindset of war, where you can't stop and grieve to survive. And I'm gonna be Doctor Who here, and probably people who watch Agent Carter don't want Doctor Who, but even the Doctor has that way of, if you stop and grieve, you can't keep other people alive, and other people are gonna die, and you're not gonna get things done. So you kind of got to move past the grieving thing. Also, I really like the Black Widow training grounds, and we're going to see that the crazy Russian ballerina chick is a Black Widow. So that was my quick review of Agent Carter. You can write your thoughts below. Make sure you like and subscribe.